Alright guys, welcome back to the Minecraft video, and today I'm doing a different type of video than I normally do. I am doing a raiding video. Well, not a raiding video, a bases video, like how to build a better base, how to not get raided as easily. Now as you can tell, I've got 3 cubes of 2 obsidian, 1 of cobble, a random jungle over here, and a village which just randomly spawned. Now a tip that I'll give you all: don't build obvious bases like this, and don't put them near things like villages. Because if you had a base over there, people will see the village and they'll always go to it because they might get a blacksmith, and they just like going to villages for things like villages and everything like that. So they'll all go to those, like this is like jungle temples, sandstones temples, all the other like naturally spawned things. I would not suggest building a base near one of them. You at least want to go like a couple of 100 blocks away from one, because otherwise everybody gets drawn to that. Because if I was running along, I saw that, I would want to go to there. Right, now back on to the different type of bases. There's different types of bases that we have. In here we have a base. You may not be able to see it. These jungle trees are like put 2 on top of each other just to make a bigger jungle, because it's on a super flat world. And as you're running along here, you don't really notice a base, do you? The base is actually here. It's in a tree. It's one of things that I call a tree base. Basically, it's a naturally spawned. Well, not naturally spawned. I grew a jungle tree, the big ones, and it looked a bit like this. So what I did is you just take away like a layer of the leaves like this, just lop all that off, and then you need to build it bigger, like more underneath. But I'll get back to how you build them afterwards. Now here we have 3 different cubes. This one is just the bog standard, just a little cobblestone block. The bad thing about this is that TNT, such as this, might get fired at it, and if it does, things like this happen. So if a TNT comes at it, you go la la la, boom, half your base is gone, people running, steal your chests. So I would not suggest to build one of these. But a way that you can help get around this issue, it won't help, it will help, it definitely will help, because if people don't have a sponge and stuff, they can't get in it. What you basically do is get water, like this, and lob it on like this, cover the top in water, and just to make sure that you've done it right, you also want to cover the bottom in water, because people can fire TNT under the base. So you just want to cover all that in water. So now when a piece of TNT lands near it, like here for instance, lob a TNT here, it will not destroy the cobblestone there, because the water has absorbed all the shock of the impact. Now what we have is a obsidian cube base, which you don't need water for. Well, you do on some servers, because on some servers obsidian is destroyed. Oh, oops, shouldn't have done that. Put that one there, so it'll blow up that. Basically, obsidian on some servers is destroyed by 3 TNT blasts. But on legit normal Minecraft, basically TNT on obsidian does not blow it up, and does not blow anything up inside it. So, but if you're on a server where it does get blown up, all you need to do again is lob water on the top, and this will add another layer of protection. But what people do is, right, I'll just get some diamond armor on quickly whilst I'm talking. There's a new thing called an ender pearl glitch. Basically, where you just, as the name calls, oops, I'm in caps lock. You basically use ender pearls. I'll get a regen potion so I don't die as quickly. Get 2 of them. Game mode 0. What this does is basically people I'll just drink this. People have ender pearls. They see your base, and then they blow up a place underneath it, and they just literally, oh, I went through the base, look, there we go, in the base, 4 ender pearls, and I ender pearled out of it. But basically that is how they get in. They just run underneath and throw ender pearls. It works with this one as well. Get under here. Any basically base they can get under and get in. That got out the side, but you can just easily get up again, and I'm inside the base. Game mode 1. So that is basically how they can get into your base. But I have just spent some time, and I've figured out a way to get out of this. Let's go into game mode 0, drink another one of these potions, and we're going to try and get into this base here. Try and get in. Oh, I got in. Well, basically, oh, that shouldn't have been like that. Basically, this base, like nearly 90% of the time, stops people from getting in. This should be complete, but obviously didn't complete it properly. Let's go into game mode 1. That was a really bad demonstration. Let's just cover that up quickly. Basically, what people do is they end up all under. But what I've done is I have, let's get some glass out here. That shouldn't have worked. I don't know how it did, but it shouldn't have. That was one of the worst demonstrations you've probably ever seen, because it failed epically. But this is what it looks like from here. You can just see a load of lava, basically. Oh, cover that up. So what I've done is I've got that cobblestone cube in the middle, and then I've left a block of air. So we'll just smash these. I left a block of a block of air, which I have then put lava in, so that when people try and ender pearl glitch into it, it burns them. That basically, if they don't get in the first time, they go, wait, I don't want to go in here. I get caught on fire like this, and they get stuck in it, and then they ender pearl in, and once they get stuck, they can't really get out like I can't now, because you're stuck in that block. And look, there you go, I just died from that. So that is one way to deter them from it. It usually works most of the time like it did then. It did all the other times I was testing, and it decided not to work as soon as I started recording. So thank you for Minecraft for making me look like a total idiot. But now on to how you make these bases. Now this jungle tree base, I summoned all these chickens for some reason. I want some chickens around here, so I lobbed a load of eggs. Basically what it does is you just get a random tree like this, a big one. You don't want to. You can have a small one like this if you want a really tidgy base. And the way it works is basically you just make the big tree a bit bigger. Now, as you can see all the chests from in here, but people aren't going to be searching for bases running along trees. They might be, but if they are, you're unlucky. They might run along and they'll see it. But most of the time, people are just running along the jungle floor like this, and they'll just look up, see a load of leaves, and just keep on running, and they'll be looking at the floor. Now, the way I built this was that I picked a random tree like this one, and you take out the layers of leaves above it, because you don't need these here because they're just in the way, and this is where you're gonna this is where your base is going to be. Now, for some reason the leaves start to decay, but it's fine. You can just place the leaves back when they decay. Now, you just want to clear out all of the area like this. And you want to just literally from underneath, so people can't see under, you want to just put more leaves down at least 2 thickness, so that it's hard to see from underneath stuff that's there. So if I get a chest like this, now I put it here, like put some chests here, if it's only 1 block thickness, people look under and they see it. 2 blocks, it's a lot harder to see. But if it's 3 blocks down, you can't really see it at all. 4, obviously, it gets even less visible. But 4 just looks like it's a fake tree. So we're gonna just do that all the way around there. Now to build the walls, you literally, well, you just build some walls. You go around here and just randomly place the leaves, so it looks like not planned and just looks odd. So you want to do that. And you want to build some up too high, and then you want to build some inwards a bit. Now chests can be put under here, and you can still open them when there's when there's leaf blocks above it. Now what I would suggest is, again, on the lower level of the base, you want to put quite a few leaf blocks surrounding the chests. Now don't get me wrong, this base is not TNT resistant at all. So if I get some TNT and I get some, just a bog standard lever or anything, I need a block to place the lever on because it doesn't get placed on leaves. Now I get the base here. Now somebody lobs a TNT cannon and it lands here. This is how much damage it does. Boom. Your base is practically gone. Oh, that's a screenshot. That's another screenshot. People get in, open all your chests, and be like, oh, I steal all your goodies. And then your base is stuffed. but it's hard to see if you don't like claim the land and stuff. Now these bases are good and bad. This one, obviously, like these, it's a lot easier to see them from if you run around, but you can put them under the ground, like just go under the ground really far and then you build it. That's where I was building before and creepers blew up and everything went wrong. You can basically build it like on bedrock, but I wouldn't suggest doing it on bedrock because people always think, oh look, they'll be at bedrock. So you want to build it like 10-20 blocks up from bedrock and just hollow out a hole, and then you want to put obsidian around it or even water, or even better if you got all the resources, just do this method here. Now all you need is obsidian as the outer layer, and the inner layer can be any block apart from wood and stuff that can be burnt by lava. Because when people do TNT on the thing, the TNT will, like, if you lob loads of TNT here, it will only blow up it won't even blow up the obsidian. Oops, well, as you can tell, blowing up this stuff, it does not do any damage to the obsidian at all, and this stops all the TNT blasts for inside. So that can be obsidian if you want. The cobblestone which is there can be put as obsidian, but you don't need it to be, because this absorbs all the blast, and that's just an inner layer with the lava around it to protect it from raiders. So the way you do that is if you have your your platform here, you just want to build walls out. I'm just going to do this very quickly because you don't want to see me building, so just build it very quick like this. Now if you want, this is just the outside wall which will be the obsidian. Now if you want your base to be here for instance, you want to build it one block above. Basically you want to have one gap of air all around the base, like underneath you want a one gap, but you basically underneath you want one gap or more than one gap of air. Then you want to just build the sides up like this, and just build them all the way up to as high as you need your base. So if you want your base this high, and then you have the roof over here, you want to keep you want a gap of air above it. So what you do is you'd make your base walls like this. If you get what I'm on about, you can just skip. If you don't, carry on watching, because I'll just quickly finish this up. You want to build the walls of your base. Just make your base any cube, any big, like you can make it 100 blocks big, 1 block. I don't know why I want it 1 block, but you can have it basically any size you want. This you can have it a circle, but as long as you basically, like, you got your cube here, which is going to be your base. Your base is inside there. Then you just want to literally bring the walls so they're 1 block outwards. So this is the space where the lava will go. So you just build the sides up to wherever you're outside your base. And I keep on stressing that you need the space for the lava to go. Because if you don't have that space, then basically there's nowhere for the lava and it's easy to raid. So you want to build the walls up. I won't bother building all the walls because you get what I'm doing. Just build the thingy like this. And you want to build this roof all across, like over to here, and then it'll go over like that, and you get the idea. Then what you want to do is just get some lava, go over here, get lava, and you want to lob the lava all on the roof so that it just spreads out over the stuff and downwards. Also what you want to do is you just lob some lava underneath there so that the lava is spread out underneath, and that basically is how you do this sort of base. Now there is another type of base that you can do, and this is a sky base. Now you may not have seen this before, but there's a base up here. It may look like 2 blocks at the moment. Wait till it loads in. There we go. Now this is a really good base for not being noticed. If you're on a faction server, you don't need to claim the land around it, because if you claim this, then people see there's a base here and look up into the sky. Now as you can tell, you only saw the 2 blocks, which is this furnace and the crafting bench. You don't need these, you can take them away if you want, like you don't need the furnace. But I would suggest always setting your home on a solid block and not a chest, because sometimes you can glitch for the chest, go all the way down and you will die, which is not very good. Now this is basically just loads of floating chests in the air. You build this, go up as high as you can go, like the height limit is way up there somewhere, and then you just place some chests so you can just go home and then store your stuff in here. Now there is no protection from TNT, ender pearls or anything. This is basically just a bare open base, but it's hard to be noticed by everybody down there. But if you start doing like things like, let's go time set day. If you start doing things like making a platform for your chest to go on like this, down below you'll make a shadow form basically. So if you just do this, I need to, like, you want to encase your chests in the sky. You can do this to make them more secure, but it also makes sure that people can find it easier. So you're just here quite happily building a wall around all your chests to keep them safe and all that stuff. You just build a bit of a platform. Now you got a nice little place to stand on, everything like that, like this. But down below, hopefully this should work. Well, hopefully it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't work because I've got all this lava here. But basically under here there will be a shadow there, right where that lava is, so it won't work. Thank you, lava, for being there. But just trust me on this. Caps lock, turn off. There will be a shadow down there, so people run along will see that shadow and they'll look up basically. So that is it for different types of bases, like different things, hints, tricks and tips. I will be doing how to raid these types of bases next video, one of my videos. I'm going to do a little series on basically how to raid and not be raided and how to defend from raiders. This is just a quick video of what sort of bases you can build. If you have any other like cool base ideas or anything like that, just like send me a screenshot or just message me on the server which I play on, which is Furious PvP, or just leave a comment on the videos, because I love to see what different types of base designs you guys come up with. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.